Please allow the acting chairman to say his opening remarks. Good morning to my colleagues and resource persons present today. Welcome to the second hearing of the Joint Committee comprising the Committees on Public Order and Safety, Information and Communications Technology, and Public Information. This inquiry into the rampant posting of false and malicious content in social media platforms is being conducted pursuant to House Resolution number 286, principally authored by Senior Deputy Speaker Aurelio D. Gonzalez Jr. In the face of the petition for certiorari filed by certain bloggers who were invited to the first hearing, I wish to stress the objectives of the inquiry as stated in the aforementioned resolution. The inquiry aims to ensure that all proposed legislative measures align with the constitutional guarantees of freedom of speech and of expression and prevent any undue censorship. It further seeks to identify gaps in legislation and review existing laws, particularly Republic Act number 10175 or the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012. Enhance the transparency and accountability mechanisms of social media platforms, recommend measures to address cybercrimes, protect digital safety and public trust by proposing public awareness campaigns, and engage key stakeholders such as representatives from social media organizations, cybersecurity experts, civil society groups, and constitutionalists to ensure a balanced approach to combating harmful content. For today's meeting, the committee shall hear a presentation from the social media platform Google, the proposal to establish a framework for content creators, and the legal position of the Department of Justice on the doctrine of the duality of crime. The Joint Committee shall also endeavor to further discuss the concept of cyber libel as a continuing crime. And before we start the discussion, I wish to thank everyone for taking time out from their busy schedules to be with us today. Maraming salamat po. Now, may I ask if any of my colleagues would have their remarks before we start with the interpretation proper?
Mr. Chairman, if I may be recognized.
Yes, the Honorable Barber is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, I just would like to reiterate that the objectives or the objective of the hearing that the Tri-Committee is conducting is not to suppress the freedom of expression and the freedom of speech. In fact, we are all aware that this is provided for in our Constitution. And we'd like to respect and honor the right of everyone to his own opinion and to his own expression. Contrary to what others may be thinking, this is not in any way, Mr. Chair, a tool to suppress their expressions or their opinions on certain or several issues. Whether it may be in political point of view, or maybe economic point of view, or even other point of views. It's just a way of perhaps adopting what are the best practices of other countries in relation to the employment or deployment of social media platforms. Our take, Mr. Chair, being members of the 19th Congress, is to establish a set of rules conscious of course, the constitutional right to freedom of expression. Yung sa atin lamang po ay isang polisiya or framework na kung saan ay hindi magamit po ang mga social media platforms for spreading fake news or espousing disinformation, misinformation, or malinformation. And that is perhaps, Mr. Chair, what this representation would like to make it clear. No? Though there are some bloggers who have been hitting members of Congress, we don't mind. In fact, we don't mind if you start hitting us. Even if you do that 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, that's your right. But please, be careful with what you post online. Because if these are found to be fake or lies or falsehoods, then there are laws that can be used to penalize those who have abused that freedom of expression. Kaya po tayo may mga batas. And let me remind them too that this right, though it is provided for in our Constitution, is not an absolute right. So para lang po malinaw to put the discussion in the context of what we want to achieve in this particular hearing, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Your Honor. Before we proceed further, may I know if there are resource persons present today who were not present in the first hearing?